we've seen the landslides today, the power cuts, the giant waves that have already hit those areas, but darkness is coming and so is the next high tide. So what will the next 12 hours bring? We have people in Auckland, Whitianga and Ruatoria with us tonight. We'll go first to Ruatoria, where Rawinia Parata from the local civil defence is standing by. Rawinia, it's going to be dark pretty soon. How are you feeling?
To be honest, we're feeling pretty apprehensive about what the night will bring. We've let whānau know that we can't deploy emergency services or rescue missions as it falls on darkness because it's just not safe for us to do it and we don't have the resources. So, we're feeling pretty apprehensive about it. Lots of our valleys are now closed, so if whānau are still out there, they're stuck there until the storm passes and the waters recede. So we're feeling pretty nervous.
That must be pretty heartbreaking, having to tell people we can't come to help you if you're in trouble.
It is an exceptionally difficult thing to say to people that you know, to whānau that you know. We did try to get the call out to whānau to evacuate early. For some, that wasn't really possible to do, and for others, they made the choice to stay inside the valley. So all the roads on State Highway 35 are closed, so we're locked in no matter what. No emergency services, no ambulance, no chopper flying, nothing. It's a really difficult thing, and the civil defence efforts wish that the answer was different, but it just isn't.
You guys have you've really only just started to recover from Cyclone Hail a month ago. We saw all those pictures of the logs everywhere, that forestry slash. Are you worried about what that's going to do to the whenua, to where you are again now?
I wouldn't even say that we've ever recovered. The first lot of sort of state of emergencies happened early last year, in March last year, and they've just continued to come every few months or so. I don't feel like the East Coast have ever really recovered from any state of emergency we've had. So to have this on top of one only a few weeks ago, we've only had a few days of summer so far, so the land was already wet. And there was already a lot of devastation across the East Coast. So yeah, it's really challenging, and lots of whānau are concerned about slash coming down the rivers and what that will do on the tail end.
Well, Rawinia, good luck tonight. We'll be thinking of you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's head now to Coromandel and meet the owner of the Whitianga hardware store, Hamish McGee. Hamish, you've been a local for over a decade. Have you ever seen it like this?
Oh, this is probably one of the worst I've seen. As far as the army's floating around, we've got a civil defence happening down at the town hall. I haven't seen this before. I haven't seen people close their shops as quick, or not even open them. It's pretty serious, yeah.
How are you feeling about that 2 a.m. high tide?
Yeah, well, the high tide's the big worry, and that'll be the later on tonight one. It's getting right up. I mean, I'm 600 metres personally away from the water, about 600 metres away. They've got some real concerns, those guys. And right around Whiti, right through the waterways, it's very high, very concerning.
Now, you did keep your store open today through the wind and the rain. Have you got any supplies left?
Yeah, we do. We did it. I think we helped out a bit there. We opened as usual, but we did close at 2, which is very unusual for us, mainly due to the army sort of turning up a bit. Yes, we've got plenty of supplies left. It was really mainly camping type gear. It was keeping people food and lighting. When the worry is power. Of course, flooding, roading and power are the three things that hit us up here. And the power goes off, which it might do. People want to eat, so generators, all that type of thing.
Hamish, we're talking about the tide being an issue, and as you're saying, all those other issues. We are hearing how waterlogged everything is from the last storm. Are you already seeing the effects of that?
Yes. I think the issue is, the ground starts to move around. It doesn't get a chance to dry out. I'm not an expert in that, but the 9 years I've been here, I haven't seen people quite as concerned.
Well, good luck, Hamish. Thanks for everything that you're doing for Whiti.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Okay, finally, let's see how Councillor Josephine Bartley at the Orake shelter in Auckland is going. Jo, your community has already been hammered by the flooding the other week. How is everyone down there feeling tonight?
Yeah, kia ora, kanoa. Hi, everybody. This is our team here, ready to help.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. We're keeping our spirits high. We got the awesome Vinnie's Auckland youth here to help us with food parcels, lunch packs. We're delivering out to the elderly along with flyers with our cell phone numbers if they get flooded and they need help. Got Maria Meredith here from our local board. Got our Auckland Council team. Civil Defence has sent us some beds. So we're all ready to go here to support our communities if they need somewhere to get away from this storm, to get away from flooding. So grateful to our young people here. We're just here to help.
Awesome.
So we're ready to go.
Yeah, Josephine, I've got to say most of the most dramatic pictures today have been from other places. Is it fair to say Auckland has got off lighter than expected?
Well, we're expecting the worst tonight, right? So I hope I hope we don't have too much damage, but we're prepared if it has happened. So it's always best to be prepared, and our community's ready to help people.
Jo, you're doing exactly what I will do when I get home with my cats. And you were cuddling Milo, who's been a bit of a star of your cyclone prep TikToks. He is very cute. Is it making you feel better knowing you've got someone to snuggle in times of need?
Absolutely. You know, this one's not going to ghost me, so yeah, no, we're all good here. Everybody's supporting each other. Yeah, it's just amazing support coming through the community to help people, because we saw what happened with the families that were flooded last Friday. So that's what we want to do. We want to be there and to support everyone.
Awesome.
Really?
Well,
Hey,
yeah.
anything I missed?
Pretty simple, Jo. I reckon you've nailed it. Thank you to you and your team, and thanks for talking to us tonight.
Thank you for these views.
And kia ora, New Zealand. Welcome along to the project tonight. Look, Kate Rogers here.
Thanks for putting a nice dry roof over me in times of need.
And we would normally have more applause than that, Kate, but we've asked our studio audience to stay at home in Auckland tonight as well, so it's our wonderful crew doing the applause when we need them.
Love you always.
How are your whānau in the floods?
Look, isn't it interesting? I'm a Shelby Wright kind of person, I realise, like so many other people have been feeling. But after the last couple of weeks, I roamed around the house last night. I barely slept a wink. Kids are fast asleep, cats are fast asleep, and I just stood staring out at the weather. It's not something I usually do.
And no, a lot of Aucklanders are just staring out the window. It's like we're in a Western, just looking off in the distance, wondering what's coming next.
Look, I've been feeling the same, and I felt really comforted today when I read some great advice from a psychologist we often speak to here, Emma Woodward. She's got some awesome advice. We've put it up on our social media accounts. You know, have you heard of those on Facebook? Essentially, she's like, you feel a bit bad because this is a bit bad, and it's okay to feel like that. And there's way more eloquent advice